Well, good afternoon, and ahoy to you, sir, matey.
Good morning. Good morning, where I am.
I'm a bit concerned, Philip, about your ship. Right, I'm a little bit concerned. It looks like the Titanic.
It actually does look. It does look like the Titanic. There you go. Look.
Yeah, if I say I'm worried, it's an understatement. I'm a bit slightly worried that you and Mary are going to go to the end of the ship and do a Titanic moment. You know,
nah, I'll tell you, if you did it here, you'd land on dry land.
Is that the ship you're sailing on?
No, oh no, God, no. This ship hasn't moved since 1967. This is the old Queen Mary. It's been turned into a hotel stroke entertainment place stroke wedding venue. We just stayed on it last night, and that's an amazing place. It really is. It's so full of history, you know.
Well, Philip has sent a couple of videos. I will be putting them up there later today on the channel. Yeah, I did look at it, and I was watching the video thinking, either Philip's been a cheapskate, or he's told Mary something completely different, and he's gone, here you go, here's your ship.
Oh yeah, but it says it's like the rooms are like they were back in the day. You know, they've got bathrooms and everything, but like the air conditioning is put in about 1927, and you know, stuff like that. You know.
Well, I tell you one thing, Philip. I looked at it and I did say to Dervin, I went, he's going to sink on that ship.
No. Just took us long enough to get here last night. Jesus, 11 hours of a flight. It was an hour late leaving. It took us an hour to get our bags, and then another hour to get a taxi.
Fucking hell.
So it was 10 o'clock last night, 6 o'clock in the morning your time when we got here.
Yeah. Well, I was still awake when you put on Facebook you've landed at some hotel.
Yeah, they are.
Spurs are in a bit of problems.
I saw that, but I tell you, I can't understand. We were cleared of that. How can they bring it up again?
Because the FA never acted on it. It's been sitting with the FA for 15 years.
Yeah, but isn't there such a thing as called statute of limitations? The things have to be dealt with within 7 or 8 years.
Yeah, it is. Look, we're going to go through anyway, but big up to Carl. Says, hello, guys. Leave the only redeeming feature was he wouldn't get us into trouble. Looks like that is false. If guilty, will need to be punished. We've got Wembley 1. Afternoon, everyone. I see we're now being connected to a financial scandal with 2008 sailor Jermaine Defoe to Portsmouth. Every club will have this sort of skeleton in their product. Big up to Colin as well. Greet from beautiful Southport. This stuff is getting a bit beyond the joke now.
It is.
We've got Carl saying, watch every club be checked now. Every club will have their issues along the way. Premier League this season is full of points deductions. Now we've got Carl saying, Philip is on Lewis's boat. Can you confirm?
No. Sorry, I'm on the wrong side of the country. He's on the East Coast. I'm on the West Coast. Sorry.
All right. Okay, fine. Yeah. We've got Peter M. Big up and ahoy there, Philip.
Hi, Peter.
Yeah, hi there. Big up, Chris. Both big up, lads. Hope you're well. We've got Chris says Spurs will be fine. Far too late to be.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I mean, you know, this smacks to me is somebody in Chelsea or Man City has dug back. And let's have a go at some other club and take the heat off us.
This is actually a 2-year investigation by the Times. This is how this has got to light.
Right.
So
must be hard up for news stories.
Yeah, there must be. The FA have lost their paperwork. Apparently, it's the Times digging up dirt yet again. And Stephen Thomas says no limitations on this. Interested to what will happen. That's true.
Well, we'll see. It depends. Like, I mean, this statute of limitations, I don't know why they've got exceptions for football misdemeanors, you know. It'll wash out. But listen, it's 15 years ago. The punishment has got to be, like, that's a minor indiscretion. It'll probably end up with a fine. It'll not end up with a points deduction.
And Greg is saying, big up Greg, will become a new member yesterday. He said, watch out, someone who gave Danny Blanchflower back at Christmas in 1958. 20 points deduction. Bloody
ridiculous. That's right.
And I am hearing breaking news, Philip. Arsenal have been investigated for dodgy dealings back in 1918. That's been well.
Yeah, 1919. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true. They're going to be digging up the people involved in it and asking them questions.
And then Carl says it all started from the worst agents first. Guy Andrews was upset with Defoe over the move, and that's where it started from. So.
Yeah.
But Mitchell Thomas was an unlicensed
agent.
agent. Now, this sort of begs the question, Philip. Who should have done the due diligence on Mitchell Thomas? Surely somebody should have worked out, hang on, he's not a proper licensed and proper agent. We can't use him.
Yeah, but like things, it was a bit of a nod and a wink back in those days. It wasn't nearly as regimented as it is now, you know. So I'd say they knew about it, just hope it would go away and no one would notice.
Yeah. Well, Mia said to send you a message. She said, keep the Jaffa cake safe. That's what she told me.
Right, okay.
Colombia could be a bit dodgy, so she said go in there with a bit of a disguise.
Yeah, I'll bring back 2 pounds of sugar, make it look like it's other stuff.
This channel will be linked to organised crime before we're finished doing this show for this channel. We really will.
Hang on, here comes the policeman now.
Quick, leg it, Philip, leg it. Bag on, Philip. It's Chelsea or City probably trying to take the heat off them. It's basically like Massa being unbearable about being robbed of the 2008 Formula One title. Yeah, for me, that's absolutely ridiculous. That's just, I don't know, sour grapes. Carl Simpson and who was so Campbell's agent when he jacked Spurs in? Sky Andrews too.
Well, can they investigate Arsenal then as well?
Yeah, I think they should. Luton and Leeds got done for this. Yeah, they did. Luton got a 10 points deduction, if I'm rightly. So this is the latest, Philip. The FA have said it appears to review evidence, potentially serious breaches of agent rules in transfers involving Tottenham Hotspur, Portsmouth, and Jermaine Defoe. So that's the start of it. This is the whole thing, Philip, of the article that was, where is it? There it is. That was read. It's the FA have said it's prepared to review evidence of potential serious breaches of agent rules in the transfer involving Tottenham Hotspur, Portsmouth and Jermaine Defoe. An investigation has found that during a private hearing concerning the transfer of Defoe to Spurs in 2008, it emerged that Defoe, Tottenham chairman Daniel Levy and Harry Redknapp all dealt with an unlicensed agent. Breaches of FA agent rules have led to clubs being deducted points and bans for directors. Luton Town were deducted 10 points for breaking agent regs. Independent experts have told the Times that a failure to comply with these regs should be regarded as an extremely serious matter, potentially leading to heavy sanctions. Clubs can be hit with a transfer ban, a points deduction, or even relegation. Now, Philip, look. Come on, you've seen a lot more football than I have. What's your thoughts to that?
It's a load of bollocks, pardon my Greek. This has been resurrected by it smacks of let's get even, let's get other teams involved. And if you were to investigate every single team in the Premiership, they'd all be relegated because they've all done this in the past. Everyone's done it. Yeah. And the fact this is 15 years ago, who knows what the paperwork is? It could be gone, it could be mislaid, it could be partially destroyed. I don't see how they can come up with something like this. And okay, there might be a punishment, but it cannot be a points deduction or a relegation. A fine, slap on the wrist, don't do it again. Yeah. You know, I think that's the most we can expect.
I have asked the question, Philip. I did ask, was it being looked into? And you know, our source is very reliable, and his source is within something else that is very, very reliable. And yes, it is being looked into.
Well, I hope it's not been given precedence over the Manchester City and Chelsea things, because they are they are 100 times more serious. They're current. Yeah. We're talking about a previous 15 years ago, previous manager who liked the brown paper bag. In all fairness, you know. So you know, I'm not saying we're innocent. We probably deserve to get punished somewhere along the line, but minor punishment, not an extreme one.
Now, Harry Redknapp did Tottenham now declined to comment, and so have Portsmouth. Harry Redknapp has made some sort of comment to the Times, and his reaction is, "I can't remember." I didn't know. I don't know. And then to the report, it said, "Well, look, he did speak to Mitchell Thomas on that day." Well, I thought he was his agent. Well, and there's phone records showing that Daniel Levy, Tottenham, who then hired a licensed agent who did nothing. He did absolutely jack all, and he got paid, I think, £1 million for doing that.
Well, the fact that we hired a licensed agent, does that not mitigate things a little bit?
Not really, because he didn't do anything.
Right.
Mitchell
Okay.
Thomas did all the Mitchell Thomas did the deal. He brokered the deal, and this was between, I think, Tottenham to Portsmouth.
Portsmouth. Yeah. Yeah. I can see Daniel Levy now hiring a hitman after Harry Redknapp for this.
And there's us, Philip, praising Levy, saying he's as clean as a whistle. He won't get us into any trouble. He's brilliant. And what happens? Next day,
Lovely.
this comes out.
Yeah, I know. Oh, stop.
And,
Ah, well, listen, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I'll still be, if I was a Chelsea fan or a Man City fan, I'd be far more worried.
Apart from the FA have lost the paperwork and cannot find it, that's true. Big up to Jacob as well. Big up to everyone that unites Wales of America. Please, everyone get over there. Big up Dermot. Hit the likes up. Please hit the likes, yeah. As we head on. We've actually started losing a bit of subscribers since you went away, Philip. See the miss and the
He only went yesterday. He went yesterday.
Yeah, I know. It's true. And apparently, you forgot to tell me. I got told by a little story. You're starting on a new tour in New Zealand next year.
Am
with
I?
your band. Yeah,
Right.
the Tom Jones tour of New Zealand. You never told me that.
Well, that's maybe because nobody told me. It might be a better reason. Yeah.
And also, somebody was asking yesterday. The killer was asking, "Will you be doing some Elvis music while you're on the ship? Entertaining them?"
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
You don't know. See, that is not a denial. That is, I don't know. You see, it's a bit like Harry Redknapp. I don't remember.
Well, I can remember, but I just don't know. It's a slight difference, you know.
Yeah, Harry Redknapp. What did you have for breakfast yesterday? Well, I
can't remember.
Yeah.
Talking of breakfast, haven't done mine yet. Anyway.
All right. Sorry, Philip. I keep forgetting you're 8 hours behind me.
No, I'm meeting my cousin. I'm meeting my cousin here at 9:30, so we're going for breakfast then. So.
That'd be nice. But Wembley once said, on the bright side, it could mean Levy's out.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
United Spurs of America say, I say if we are guilty, we should be punished, as I will want the other guilty clubs. This is the thing.
That's true. That's true. We got to. If we're guilty, we need to be punished. But let the punishment fit the crime. This is a minor misdemeanor.
Yeah. We're not going to be hypocrites and saying we shouldn't be done. If we're guilty,
no.
then we shouldn't be done. But look, you look at the Man City thing and that, Philip. I'm waiting for more information, and look, it worries me. It really worries me that Man City and Chelsea are going to get away with it. But if you were going to hit them with points deductions, would you do it at the start of next season? So they start with the points deductions then, instead of giving it to them this season?
I think the points deduction have to apply to the season in which they're allocated, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else has ever had to wait till the start of the next season. Maybe I'm wrong now, but I know Everton have been hit with it straight away. And other teams have been as well. Sheffield Wednesday were hit with it as well a couple of seasons ago. So, yeah, I think it'll apply now. It'll apply. But the thing about it is they'll drag it out, and it'll keep going forever and a day. And, it'll probably be still just going this time next year with Man City anyway.
I don't know if you've heard while you've been travelling, Philip, but apparently Everton owed the 3 relegation clubs 300 million each in compensation. Now,
no, I think no. Is it not that they're suing Everton for 300 million each? They don't owe them. They're suing them for it.
They're suing them.
Yeah, they're suing them for it. Yeah.
But look, what gets me and what I'm hearing and what I am hearing is very serious. Everton could be facing with liquidation. That's how.
That wouldn't surprise me. That wouldn't surprise me because they're building a new stadium. That's going to cost them millions, right? And I see now that the Spurs have now got the hump over this allegation that we got Richarlison on the cheap, which is a bit of a joke when you think about it. They saw us coming, not the other way around, and now Spurs aren't going to let them have that 10 million discount on Dele Alli, so it could get very nasty for Everton, you know. And I keep saying, I do feel sorry for them. I don't think they're a club that you'd associate this type of dealing with. But as you rightly say, they could well be gone through out the door very, very shortly unless things improve for them.
Yeah, look, I said yesterday, Mia said to me, I was talking nonsense, but I feel sorry for the fans, Philip. I don't feel sorry for the clubs. I feel sorry for the genuine fans that pay their money, that pay their season tickets. They don't ask for this. The City fans, they didn't ask for their owners to do what they're doing. The Everton fans never asked their owners to be what they're doing. And I'm also
very true. Yes, I suppose. Yeah, It is the fans.
Yeah.
Sorry for you.
Yeah, and I'm also hearing Man City owners could sell up. If it's a serious enough punishment, they could sell up and leave.
Very good. Very good. That'd be good.
So, look, I love touching into your knowledge of football, Philip, and your history and your knowledge of the game more than me.
Look what I'm standing beside now. Look.
Oh Jesus! Is that
machine gun? It's a gun.
Are you using that to take Tottenham over as a takeover? Here, Levy. Look what I've got.
No,
here.
it's actually aiming at the Emirates Stadium. I don't know if I can reach it from here.
Man.
Now,
good man. Good man. Make sure it hits the Aston Villa bus before it gets there on Sunday.
Yeah, true.
Or either that, or hit Stephen Kenny tonight before he starts his last game as Ireland manager.
Oh, that's right. I'll the plane tonight.
Yeah,
what a shame.
I'm doing a watch along to that while you're enjoying yourself. I have to sit for an hour and a half of pain, anger, and absolute boredom while you're.
You don't have to, Dermot. You can switch over and watch an hour and a half of Coronation Street repeats or something like that. You know?
I tried watching England last night, but they had a great result. Did you see that?
No, who won?
They drew 1-1 with North Macedonia.
Oh, for God's sake!
What a great! I tell you,
and you're playing in Stephen Kenny.
Yeah, I tell you what, that Ukraine-Italy game was a fucking great game last night. It was absolutely.
I didn't even get checking results. Who won it?
0-0. It ended. I don't know how it ended 0-0. Beyond
Is that are Italy out of it now?
No, Italy went through. Ukraine have gone into the playoffs.
Oh, right. Okay. Nice.
But yeah, look, I'm saying let's see a few people who are in the chat. Philip, all asking for you. How are you doing? We've got Catman Jeff. Big up to the Dermatron on The Godfather. We've got Carl Simpson. No one is getting away with it. I would imagine more clubs will be affected by this yet. We've got big up to Tequila. It says big up Dermo and Phil. How are you doing? Phil's fine. He's there. Sunning himself in America. Going around some Titanic ship with his big guns. And he's left me here in cold, miserable, wet Ireland. Strong winds. To carry the can for Stephen Kenny's diabolical performance tonight. He's picked a right.
You're clairvoyant, Dermot. You're clairvoyant.
Yeah,
I've laughed at the 6-0 tonight.
Oh, so would I actually. I think I'll pass out. Burnley, Leeds, Leicester also want Everton sanctioned further. Now,
yeah, that's right. They're suing them. Yeah.
But the thing is, Philip, they could go into liquidate. They could go into administration. That's another 9 points. Do you think Everton should have gone into administration straight away, and that wouldn't have to pay anyone? Or do you think Everton are too good of a club to do that? Have they got standards, Everton Football Club?
Signed contracts for the new stadium and everything, financial, obligations there. Unless they walk away from everything, but it's a nasty mess to be in. They had terrible owners. We think we're bad, but their owners. They had terrible owners there for a few years.
Yeah,
they really did. Remember the board weren't even allowed to go to the matches last season because of death threats. And poor old Bill Kenwright, who died a couple of weeks ago, he must be spinning in his grave. And what's happened to his club,
I say that caused his heart attack, Philip.
I probably did.
I'm not.
Didn't help him anyway.
Yeah, it didn't help him, man. Look, I feel sorry for Kemper, right? Tequila says that's my aim, to get blocked by every channel and well on my way. No, you're not getting blocked here, Tequila. We love you here. We love you here. Become a member. Join the Philip Brady fan club. That's what I say. These clubs won't be suing Everton. It won't happen. They are, Carl. I'm telling you. And then Tequila's saying, what's all this about Spurs getting points deduction? Surely not. Look, I've said it in the banner here, Philip, right? And I'm going to say it, and it's a question. Look, does the FA need reforming after sitting on this for so long, Philip? Does football?
Yeah, I mean, you can't drag a case 15 years old out and suddenly make a big thing about it.
Yeah,
there has to be a line drawn under accountability and a time scale as well. Like, what are they going to do next? Are they going to go back to 1919 and investigate Arsenal? If they're going back 15 years, they might as well go back another 100 because, the crime was as bad then as it was in 1919. Bad now. So it's getting a bit crazy, but I still think the Man City and Chelsea are behind this somewhere. They've tipped somebody off. This hasn't happened as a coincidence. The timing is too suspicious.
Yeah. Look, and the Peter was saying Ukraine apparently, they did get shafted by VAR over a penalty against Murdoch that was denied. It was a clear penalty. It was a clear
And
penalty.
that would have put them through and put Italy out if they scored. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Oh boy.
Yeah. Well, it didn't help that the UEFA president said on the day of the game, if Italy don't qualify tonight for the European Championships, it would be a disaster for European football.
Well, if that wasn't the dog whistle to the referee and the VAR officials, I don't know what was.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad. I hate seeing things like that. He's now left himself open for allegations of whatever, you know.
Yeah, I know. Dermot still through though, mate. Top of the group. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Do you know, me and Philip will be doing the Euro 24. We will be venturing some England games. Me and Philip will be there. I'm going to support Germany. Philip's going to support. Do you know what? Who nearly got through? Kazakhstan, Philip.
Oh boy, did they?
They actually finished fourth in their group.
Right.
Little Kazakhstan.
Oh god, it's a real fairy tale that they got through, isn't it?
Yeah. Imagine if they got through and won the damn thing.
Kazakhstan won England 0 in the final. Yeah, that'd be good.
we got,
sorry, Carl. Excuse me. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, Dermot, it will happen, but they won't win just like Sheffield United didn't win. The whole West Ham, Chavez. Look, we know, Philip, corruption goes hand in hand in football.
Yep.
What needs to happen? Look, do you agree that football needs an independent regulator to come in and clean house? Or do you think the Premier League, I've seen what the government want to do, and they're thinking, oh, hang on a minute, we need to clean house to keep this going, basically. What's your antenna telling you?
My antenna tells me yes, there should be every other sport. Well, not every other sport, but a lot of other sports, all the businesses have independent regulators. And I'll tell you what, mine going back to 2005 again. Yeah. I think for the David Dean suggestion or the situation. Remember the Lasagna guys?
Yeah.
Right, David Dean refused the game to be postponed for 24 hours because it affected his beloved Arsenal.
Yeah.
If that wasn't corrupt, I do not know what was. That should be investigated because he had the ultimate say whether that game was postponed for 24 hours or not. If that game had been postponed and we'd have won it, we'd have gotten to the Champions League.
Yeah, I know.
But instead, who got into the Champions League instead of us? Arsenal. Again, that's corrupt. You know, so it certainly does. You need someone that's got absolutely knows nothing about football, doesn't even know what shape of ball they play with. Put him in and let him look after it.
Look, I don't know where to go with this, Philip. It's just. Look, do you remember Serie A back in the day being the biggest league in the world, Philip?
Yeah.
I remember it as a kid, right? And Serie A somebody said it on Talk Sport, I think it was Simon Jordan, and he made a valid point here that the Premier League is only a young league.
Yeah.
Right? It's
21 years.
League. 21
years. Yeah.
Right? So does it have to go through all this corruption and all this thing for it to mature?
Well, I mean, if they put an independent administration at the start, we wouldn't have these problems. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to have to be something done. I mean, I know that the corruption there's been in UEFA and FIFA.
Yeah,
I don't think they've got independent arbitrators. They're still governed by whoever governs them. So it's a long road. There'll be a lot of opposition put into that. If it ever did come, it's needed, but I can't see it ever happening because a lot of clubs would object to it.
It's a bit like the offside thing, isn't it? With the chip and the ball, they all refuse that.
Yeah,
they all stand up and complain about VAR.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, just shows you the hypocrisy there is around. You know,
so what needs to happen then? Does it need an independent relegator to come in and say, right, this is what's happening, like it or lump it?
But let's bring in an independent relegator and then go to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Regular, yeah, it is needed. It is needed. Yeah. And the more old cases that arise, the more the need becomes to do something about it. You know, but as I say, I'm not confident it'll ever happen. I really don't.
No. How far do you think they can go back, Philip? Because if they're going to start going back to 2000, do they need to look at the whole Premier League as a whole?
Well, maybe I always thought the statute of limitations was 7 years.
Yeah.
But it depends what exemptions they've got. So that'll be interesting to see. If it's 7 years, then we're home and hose. There's nothing they can do about it. Because you know, when you bring someone to court for something, it's got to be the crime must have been committed in 7 years. What's the difference on this? You know, but anyway, there probably is some kind of stipulation that you can go back longer. But I'd like to get that sorted out before it gets to be ridiculous stages, you know.
I want to say big up to Tequila316 for becoming a YouTube member. Thank you so much.
Good man, Tequila.
Sunny membership, the new Black Friday $1.99 Sunny membership deal. So there you go.
Mia will be delighted.
She will be delighted. And do you know what? I do know what I'm gonna do, Tequila. I'm gonna add you as a moderator. So there you go. Hang on. Let me there you go, Tequila. You're now a mod.
Ooh,
so you're a member.
I hope he's not a rocker.
No, I don't know. No. And he also goes, "Oh, I'm Sunny. Nice. Now, nice. Yeah. Big up Chris as well. I hope we don't have an independent regulator in football. It's disastrous having government involvement in football. Independent regulator don't work in other sports."
I wouldn't be government. It wouldn't be government. It'd be someone completely, independent from everything. I wouldn't have. I'd say having a government minister in charge would be even worse. That's like Bernard Matthews grinning at, be like a turkey with Bernard Matthews grinning at you. No, it's got to be someone completely independent of government, of all sorts of things.
So what? Look, if you look at FIFA, you look at UEFA, you even look at the FAI, Philip, in our country. And I was speaking to Dave this morning about it. And there is a pre-record. Me and Dave are going to talk about the Ireland game and the Ireland situation, and how angry I am about how we've let soccer in this country go to shit. Look, I know what you're saying, Philip. GAA and rugby are the top two sports in this country. But if you look at other countries like Norway, Denmark, Sweden, that have same leagues as us, Philip, they have a better structure. So do we need to look, does football need to look at itself and restructure itself? Or will that never happen because of FIFA and UEFA being so corrupted?
Well, I think if you leave the Ireland case on its own, forget about the other countries. I think that you know what caused the problem with us is John Delaney and ripping the FAI off. It means our reputation is down the Swanee. Our league position worldwide is down the Swanee, and the only good thing that has happened is there was there has been a lot of improvement at grassroots, but it's a slow process. I mean, look at the FAI Cup final this year, record attendance biggest in 50 years. So there is great in football here, apart from rugby and GAA. And it would be even better if we had a national team that the fans deserve. The Irish fans deserve a team that's going for every tournament, as they've shown in the past. But when's that going to happen, Dermot? I can't see it happening in the next 10 years, unless there's a root and branch of getting a new manager in who will tear things apart and do things his way.
Look, do we need another Jack Charlton to come in? Does FIFA need a complete root and branch as well? Look, we can say about FIFA, we've done these investigations, we're going to be grand. And UEFA the same, Philip, right? But you look where the next World Cups are being held. You look how the next World Cups are being organised. If that doesn't smell of corruption, if that doesn't smell of brown paper bags, nothing does. So
it's ridiculous.
It's football,
ridiculous.
It's football so corrupt, so down the road of corruption that there's nothing we can do with our sport, bar we just have to grin and bear it. And it happens. It happens. Nothing. Or does it need government to come in to say, right, or the European Union to come in and say, right, if you don't sort your house in order, we're going to do it for you with rules and regulations. What needs to happen, Philip?
Well, I'll tell you what needs to happen.
Keep going on like this.
No. Do you remember back in 2000? I think it was 2010 when England was campaigning heavily to get the World Cup. David Beckham was behind the thing, and they were sure they were going to get us, right? Then suddenly, when they announced the next two World Cups, it was Russia and Saudi Arabia. Do you remember that? That was the start of it for me. That was the start of the big corruption game in FIFA. Then obviously money changed hands to get it to Russia, because she should never have gone to Russia. She never have gone to Saudi Arabia either. But I think the the football. We put out a thing the other night there. Do you remember? Is football eating itself? Well, it's starting. It's cannibalism at the highest level at the moment.
Yeah,
and until FIFA and UEFA have guys in that are actually there for the good of the game and not for the good of their Cayman Islands bank account, then it's always going to carry on.
Look, just want to go through some of these comments here. We've got Chris Cross. So I haven't got to everyone's comment. It's just the chat is humping. It really is. Big up. If you do want to get ahead, please put it into a super chat. It does help the channel grow, and it gets your question up there for everyone. Chris says, "Hi, fellow Celts, being Welsh and you Irish. Big up, fellow Celt man." See, Philip's there. Philip's a fellow American. He's gone over to the Donald Trump side of the country now.
That's one thing I'm never going. One place I'm never going.
Just to let you know, everyone, Philip did admit to me before the stream started. He's a Trumpet. That's what he is now.
Dermot, do you want this broadcast to end very, very sharply? It's just about to be saying more like that.
Oh, dear. I could just see you going to a Donald Trump rally, Philip, and just shouting abuse to them. I could just really see him doing it.
Yeah.
It'd be so funny. What do you think about England fans moaning? They have qualified top of the league and #1 seeds. What more do you want?
Yeah. I think they want a different manager. That's what they want. They've got to #1. They're going to be the top seeds in the tournament, but the type of football they're playing is mind-numbingly boring. Sorry about that, lads, but it is.
The worst manager, us or them?
Well, we have, because at least he got his team through, so you got to give him credit for that.
You know, I was looking at our group, right? Only 2 wins out of the whole group, and we only beat Gibraltar twice, and then France put 14 by them. Says it already, doesn't it?
It does, yeah. Poor old France. I think forgot what game they were playing. Thought they were playing rugby.
Yeah, it must be. Yeah. Nikila says, "Yeah, you can be rigs if you want, Carl, because I'm easily 0-2-0 for this shit." So, yeah, we've got Carl saying, "I will be rigs. Watch out, everyone." We've got Peter Ram, big up. He says, "Colin Cross, a proper manager would actually win something, though. Shrewd and game changers." David Clark, to big up to David as well, says, "From Leicester, an independent body decides that the British members of Parliament deserve an 11% pay rise some years ago. Independent, my ass." Look,
that's true. That's true. I mean, yeah, there's nothing perfect, but I mean, how many? I think if you dug deep into the independent body, you probably find some of them were related to the MPs or something like that. You know.
I mean, the world's gone crazy, Philip. Peter M, you meant Qatar, Philip. Saudi goes.
Oh, sorry, Qatar. Sorry. Yeah, I know. Sorry, I keep mixing the two of them up. Yeah, no, it's Qatar. Sorry, my apologies. I mixed that up. I'm still jet lagged. Yeah.
South African World Cup in 2010.
Yeah, you know, but I tell you, I didn't mind that for the simple reason South Africa were an emerging nation, and it probably should have done them a lot of good. Whether it did or not, I don't know. I would say what happened there was an awful lot of people lined their pockets as well during that tournament, but you know, they deserved it more than Russia and Qatar did anyway. Yeah.
Big up to Donna Cullen, Wagwan, Mr. Dermot, and
Wagwan. Wagwan.
If you're seeing Mr. Levy, can you tell him to get his ass into gear and give Ange a bit more money to spend in January, please? Thank you.
Like 100 million.
Yeah, take the 100 million from the back of his couch and give it to him. Thank you very much.
I'll sell one of Joe Lewis's yachts.
Yeah, we've got David Clark saying Trump 2024. Philip will be all over that. Colin, it's Colin, not Chris. Well, and then we've got Tequila. Yeah, but who wants to jump? Our chat are mad. Still getting though. Come and watch Page Plod Ball. Then they will appreciate when they got. Look,
yeah, it's the world. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Colin, let me know about the Wales. How do you feel about tonight? Do you feel you can qualify? Do you feel you can get there? What do you reckon with Wales tonight, Philip? Can they qualify?
Who they playing? First question. Ooh.
They need to beat Turkey.
I think bring back Gareth Bale, you have a chance. That's it. I don't think so. I think Turkey will probably win that. I'd love to see Wales qualify. I'd love to see these lesser teams. It's Scotland, Wales, and England there is really, really good there for the tournament.
Well, Scotland done very well in that group.
Oh, they did very well. I watched the Scotland game against Norway the other night, and that was a cracking match, 3-3.
It is.
It really was. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to bring up something here, Philip, before we end off.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to head off soon anyway, damn it. So.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do, we're going to end off. So um, just let me talk a bit about your trip while I'm just getting something here, Philip. Watch
A bit of me trip. Yeah, we're train flying over here. Yeah, so we're in Long Beach in California, south of Los Angeles at the minute, and I'm waiting on my cousin who emigrated during the year is coming out to meet us. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, and then he's leaving us up to the port to get on our other ship. So we're jumping ship from under the other, and we're going on a cruise through the Panama Canal down to Miami, and then flying home in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, well, don't worry. Philip will be putting up daily videos of his trip, and I will be sending them to Mia for a Jaffa Cake run, just to let her know everything's been done correctly.
I must do a start of the video with a picture of a bag of sugar.
Yeah, that's it. Now, this is the England group, Philip. Of course, they drew 1-1 last night with North Macedonia. They have qualified. They are the top seeds in one of the groups. This is now Wales now. Now, Wales must be already qualified Turkey on Tuesday and hope Croatia failed to do the same when they host Armenia. Wales would progress automatically if they win and Croatia draw, owing to their superior head-to-head. Anything less and the playoffs in March beckon. Look, you've got Wales on 11 points, Croatia on 13 points, Turkey on 16 points. So Wales are playing, Croatia are playing Armenia, Wales, Turkey. Where do you see it going, Philip?
Oh, God, I would love to see Wales qualify, but I always have a soft spot for Croatia. I've a real affinity with Croatia, having been caught in a war zone out there about 30 years ago. But I'd love to see Wales go through, but I think Turkey might just be a bridge too far, and I can see Croatia beating Armenia. So it's a pity Wales dropped points in other games they shouldn't have dropped them in. That's going to cost them now. Now, what's that? Greece. You still there, damn it? Hello? I can hear you. Can you hear me? No?
I actually pressed the mute button.
I thought you'd gone off and left me there for a minute.
Now, what do you think to Ireland's group? It's been a diabolical campaign, hasn't it, really?
Yeah. So it's Holland and France to go through, and Greece to get the third place.
Did you always think, look, for me, did you think third place was the minimum Stephen Kenny had to get?
Yeah, it was maximum he was ever going to get, to be honest with you, with the other two teams. But he's failed miserably at that as well. So,
and then we've got, of course, this is one of the groups, Poland. Of course, I think this was last night they played. And then this is Denmark's group. Now, Philip, these are the pots. Okay, so you've got Germany, Portugal, France, Belgium, England in pot 1. Pot 2 is Hungary and Austria. Pot 3 is Scotland and Slovakia. And pot 4 is playoff A, playoff B, and playoff C winners. Now, the draw is on the 5th of December, Philip, which I think you're still away for, aren't you?
Yeah, not back to the 6th.
So maybe you may join us for that. But, Philip, a few people here are saying, and I do too, we've got, where is it now? We've got Peter M. I appreciate you taking part, Philip, despite your jet lag.
No problem.
We've got Tequila saying, need some Jaffa cakes for sure. I'm
going to have to get some now.
Yeah. Peter M says, Wales will finish third. Carl said Croatia will win 190%. David Clark says, the referee in the England game last night was the worst I've seen for decades. He was a Hitler-like. He allowed our opponents to kick lumps at the England players, but Southgate's still clueless.
Yeah.
Croatia normally find a way. Colin Cross, Wales will go into the playoffs against Finland, Iceland, or Ukraine. Yeah, they do. Dermot, yeah, I know that. Pete Ramson, Ireland used to be a joy to watch, but not under Kenny. Look, Philip, if we're going to end this now on Stephen Kenny and Ireland.
You're 10 seconds starting from now.
Is there any hope? Can we, look, you know me with Tottenham, always said there's light at the end of the tunnel. We will, we'll get through this. Where's the light for the end of the tunnel with our team? Because surely to God, there's a
tunnel at the end of the light, as far as I'm concerned, the other way around. No. We don't have a light at the end of the tunnel. No.
So
it's got root and branch, change it all. Get Robbie Keane in or get someone in who's got a bit of passion.
Bring Roy Keane back. I'm starting.
Well, yeah, Roy Keane or Robbie Keane. As long as his name's Keane, I don't mind who comes back.
Damien Duff.
Yeah, he's done great for Shelbourne, and they're in Europe next season, which is a brilliant achievement for them. You know.
Philip, do you think Ireland? Look, very last question on this. I know you have to go, and then we're going to finish off as well. But do you think the FIA went down the wrong route of promoting within? Do you think was that always going to be a disaster?
Well, it was a calculated gamble that failed miserably. They should have left Mick McCarthy in charge, maybe and then gone for somebody else in the meantime. But I still can't figure that one out. But it's happened. It's happened. It cost us qualification for this tournament, and it's now going to cost Stephen Kenny his job as of 9:10 tonight, whatever time the game finishes at 9:30.
Yeah. Well, look. I'm hoping for a win tonight. I'm doubting it. It is New Zealand, so we should beat them. Look, whatever happens, I hope we get somebody in that can be a bit of passion on the touchline. And we just want our country back, Philip. Me and Dave, we are going to get together. This is something that we've been talking in the background. Philip doesn't know much about this, but I'll explain to him now. A few Irish channels are getting together, and we're going to start a campaign to make Irish soccer more better than what it is. Okay. We have a platform we talk Tottenham every week on our platform. We need to start talking about our home league, our nation, our national team. It has to be done, Philip, because nobody else is listening. We have to stand up and make them listen as fans, as football fans. So in the next couple of weeks, me and Philip, Dave's coming on board. I think Ollie's coming on board. We're going to get a few other people as well. And we'll all get together and we're going to make the FAI listen to us, the fans, what we want. Not what they want, what we want.
Yeah.
And the government need to do more, Philip. The government need a hell of a lot more for infrastructure, for the youngsters coming through. And we need to look at other smaller nations like Denmark, Sweden, that same leagues as us. No point looking at England because there's no point looking over there. We need to look at the nations that are like us and learn from them.
Right. Yeah. True.
Philip has lost interest because I'm
just looking at something here. No. Go on. Sorry.
It's not a new channel, Peter. It's going to be done within this on THFC till I die.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate over. And I'm going to take a few Michael Collins speeches and use them, Philip.
Oh, God. Here we go. Yeah, nice.
You can take some of the Dev ones as well.
Oh, not at all. No. I think he was a snake. I wouldn't hear him.
You and me actually need to do a stream about Michael Collins and Dev. We should do a history stream just for the crack, Philip.
Yeah, a bit of crack. A bit of fun. Anyone that don't know what we're talking about, I suggest you get a copy of the film Michael Collins, which just shows you how good Michael Collins was and what a snake devil there was.
If you could describe him to Tottenham, Michael Collins was like all the Tottenham managers we've had, and Dev was like Daniel Levy.
Yeah. No, Dev was like Tim Sherwood. Yeah. Anyway, listen, I have to go, I'm afraid.
Listen, we're going to end it there. Of course, I'm back on later, of course, at Cav 7 for torture. And for
I'd be fast asleep at that stage. Sorry about that.
And so I won't be ringing you to join me. I think Shamu's joining me all the way from New Zealand.
Oh no, she won't be. I'm behind, mate. I was behind you.
Yeah.
If I get a chance, but I don't know what the story's going to be in 4 hours time. 5 hours time.
Well, listen, I'll send you the link anyway. So
send me the link. Yeah. I'll not promise, but like I said, I will come on every possible opportunity. It might not be all the shows,
Well, all the videos Philip is sending me, I'm going to put up on the stream. It is going to be titled "The Fighting Cock on Tour." That's the name. That's the name of the travel show, "The Fighting Cock," which is Mr. Philip Brady, and
right. Okay.
Yeah. He's going to
finished. Are you finished? Are you?
No, not yet. No, you.
No. Yeah. So you might be in a minute. Go on.
It's good night from me, and it's good morning from him.
Good morning from him. Yeah, listen, I'll see you later, Dermot, all right?
Listen,
see you, lads.
Back at half 7. Take care. Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.